Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm Exodus and today I'm going to be reviewing another replay. Today we have Sundbux, a Diamond 3 player, and this is 2v2. This is the first time I actually had this sent in by the person who was playing with this person to try to help them out. So this is interesting. I'm gonna just preface because you probably don't know who I am. This is all coming from a place of genuinely wanting to help you. I'm not trying to be mean. I just want to help you be better. So I'm gonna do what I can. Let's get into it. Your positioning so far is not bad. You let Dust go for that, so that's good. This one... Okay, first, before we talk about the bounce, maybe it's just me, but your camera seems a little weird to me. If I was you, I would lower it a little bit and decrease the angle so it's not as steep down. I was noticing when I was watching through it the first time that it looks kind of like you lose track of your car-ball relationship because of your camera settings. Maybe, I don't know. Don't change them if you don't want to, just a possible suggestion. But then also, this bounce is something that by Diamond 3 you should probably be recognizing is going to bounce up and out. And because of that, I would have turned around, you know, kind of back behind midfield in anticipation of this bounce and gone for the aerial. Once it does bounce there, and you are in this position, I think it would honestly be best for you to just leave that. Dusty probably could have gotten to it and not just tapped it down, kind of like what you ended up having to do. Here, the one thing I want to point out, I don't mind the patience because he's a pretty far way away from net and he's already used a lot of boost and he's not very high. So it's not very likely that he's going to carry it all the way to net. But I don't know if that's a mechanical error or a controller issue or what. But right here, you can hear a really fast double jump. If you were going to go for this, my suggestion would be a long held single jump while you boost and air roll toward the ball, and then use your second jump to dodge into the ball and get a better clear on it. I'm not sure if that was an accident or just something you intended to do. I guess we'll see as we watch further on whether or not that's something you do. Yeah, I know because I watched it. You realistically have a lot of time. If you think about it, Mistrum just jumped for that and he's not getting a good landing and it's directly in front of the net. This is a ball that 100% should be scored and you want to take your time to really make sure you line that up. And then on top of that, after the miss, unfortunate misses happen of course, but this dodge into the corner, I'm not sure if that was a mechanical mistake or what, but the recovery could be improved there. In that situation, what I actually would do is just drive straight out of the net, off the top, and then personally, I would use that dodge that you just did to dodge as far back as I possibly could and use that 31 boost to probably get mid boost. You get there, just not quite as fast. The positioning there wasn't horrible. That read was actually very good. You did well to deal with that. Pressure's good. That it might be a mechanical one-off, but you have the right idea. And you seem to be kind of trying to... Okay, so what you want to do in this position, I'll just start that way, is you want to hit the side of the ball so it goes to the corner. It looks like you know that, but it also looks like A, you didn't jump high enough, and B, you got scared that you would miss it. So just trust yourself. You've gotten as far as you can because you're a capable player. You can let that get to where it's in front of your car and dodge into it instead of skimming it up like that. Okay, that's another one where your double jump is incredibly fast and you're not boosting while you're double jumping. I'm not sure how clear you are on fast aerials. I have a tutorial if you want something more in depth, but the general gist of it, hold A while you tilt back, press A again the whole time you're boosting, and then you would get to this ball much faster, and it wouldn't be a struggle to get up to it and a weak touch when you did get to it. That being said, it's not a bad, they give you a ton of space here, so it's not a bad idea to try to pinch it. I don't know if it's an experience or a mechanical issue, but we don't get that on net. It happens. Not a bad idea. And that's a pretty unfortunate bounce. Kind of took Dusty off by surprise there. Personally, this is a minor note, but for the most part, I like to grab the boost behind where my teammate is. If they're on a diagonal spawn and I'm in the back like that, I find it's better to go that way. That's just personal, my own little thing. Don't know if you might want to do that, you might not, but just throw that out there. And again, the incredibly quick jumps before you start boosting. So now seeing it a few different times, I would recommend that you check out my fast aerial tutorial and how to properly fast aerial. Not a bad shot. Again, the fast aerial thing, but yeah. And one note about the fast aerial that I'm describing, it will actually, because you're used to doing it like this, it will make you less accurate while you adjust to it. But once you get adjusted to it, you'll get to things faster, and then you'll start to be able to understand how to hit the ball properly from that point. So yeah, you know, the first couple times you do it, you're probably going to end up getting too high or too far forward or whatever, because it is a little more difficult. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Don't expect to become a god because you know how to fast aerial. There are complications that come with it because of the muscle memory that you have built up on that particular style of fast aerial that you went for. Based on Dusty's position, I don't hate this. It could be a little better. I'm not sure where you're at as far as the mechanics of a ceiling shot, but if you had swooped underneath it a little bit, you could drive up onto the ceiling, get a ceiling shot here. Maybe you meant to, and it was just not a good touch, but yeah. It's not a bad challenge there. Smart. I'm just gonna stop mentioning the aerial thing because I'm gonna sound like a broken record. This is a good read off the wall to get that beat, even though you don't get the boost. And I kind of understand why you don't get a good touch on the second ball. You are expecting that, I don't know, it's gonna clear it, get a touch on it. So it's kind of a last ditch, like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna hit it because I'm here and he missed. So that makes sense. I like you didn't dive in on that ball before. You waited for an opening before you went in, so that's pretty good. One note that I'm gonna have is it seems like every time you run out of boost, you're looking for a corner. Or a full boost, you know what I mean? You're not really naturally pathing over the small boost paths. You're only trying to get the big ones. So I would recommend trying to work into your gameplay pathing just without even thinking about it. You want to be picking up those boost pads. That'll help you play faster and expend more boost so that you can play faster and not run out of boost. Another note that goes along with that, it's been a few times you use all 100 of your boost in attack and then you turn around to leave, and at that point you have no boost to recover with, and you make no attempt to get boost on that exit either, which makes you slow on the getting back, which in turn makes you slower getting back into the play once you have gotten your boost. So what I would recommend is that you save 15-20 boost and look for pads so that your boost run is faster, and even maybe you don't even make those boost runs because you figured out how to pick up 6 pads instead of leaving completely, you know what I mean, and going completely back to your corner like this for boost. That is a good turn and challenge. I'm not sure what you were going for here, but that was a lot of boost and you didn't really get close to much. So you'd probably just want to stay on the ground there and head toward the ball. So here, Dusty is on a back rotation and probably needs boost. So what he's gonna do, like 9 times out of 10 in this situation, I know just because I play with him, and I know because it's what a lot of people do, he's gonna come all the way back, drive up that back wall, drop behind you. This whole time he wants you to go, and this is just free time that's given to the opponent to have him realize that you aren't gonna go and to turn and challenge himself. So yeah, just learning to read what people are doing and trying to understand when your turn really is to go. This is a very ambitious dunk attempt. Personally, what I would do, go across to the other side to where he is forced to hit this ball, and I would be on the ground somewhere probably like between the 2 boost pads, and then you would see that he got this good clear. You drive up the wall and hit it right back in instead of trying to get a lucky dunk in front of the net. Try to read where the ball is going to be and behave accordingly. There, I like that you didn't dive in because you didn't have enough boost to do that. So that was smart. That would have just been an overcommit that led to a goal. I like that you back up into the net in case that 50 goes bad. That's very good. That's a great challenge. That, I mean, it is what it is. Dusty expected a better effort from the defender and it didn't come across, so. Here, this run-up could be better. I mean, from the time he touches this ball, you can see where it's going to go. So I would be making my run out wider. You can also see that the defender is backward as Dusty hits that ball. So make my run out wider. You then, instead of having to try to make this awkward touch like this, you come from an angle where all you have to do is hit it straight and it's on target, and then you probably score this. Instead, what happens, because you chose to go for it like this with Dusty in front of you, you're really just passing this ball off the backboard to the opponents, and you're lucky that they fight each other because that should have been a goal. There again, you just want to be communicating who is going for this. That is a situation where it's a little iffy who is going to go, but you want to clear it out between yourselves. That's a good clear. It would have worked as a pass, but I'm assuming Dusty had no boost. That amount of boost with a proper fast aerial, you probably could have reached that ball, but best attempt with what you've got. Personally, instead of floating here with 83 boost and your teammate in a 2v1, I would be facing down and using 20-ish, 30-ish boost just to get down faster and then landing and using the remaining boost, picking up boost pads, flipping to get back as fast as you can. All in all, because of the boost thing that I talked about earlier, your recovery is a little bit a weaker part of your game. I don't think I would be driving this far forward with no boost either. If you are going to go this far forward, you need to be looking for pads while you're making that read, at least 2 or 3. Because if that 50-50 goes in favorably, you're in for getting scored on again. This shot, you seem to be rushing, but you definitely have time to place this ball. And you rushed up onto it to a point where you hit it mid-air. What you want to do is hit it immediately after a bounce, hit it with the corner of your car, and get a nice dodge into it, and you could bang this into one of the corners. Or really, if you did that, you'd probably hit it so hard that Mistrum would miss it. So yeah, that could be better. Work on just low shots. If you can find some packs of low shots, that would benefit you. That's decent patience, but then after that, let's be realistic here. You have 2 boost. You're not going to do anything with this ball in the air. But I believe that the mid boost behind you, the mid boost behind you was up. So after you make that touch, I would come back down, never jump off the wall, drive back down, grab that boost, and then go for the ball. If they've cleared it in that time, oh well. But you weren't going to do anything with no boost anyway. You see where I'm coming from? So yeah, like big overarching notes. Save boost to try to get back. Pick up more small boost pads in your play as a whole. Instead of, I'm on 0, I'm going to go to the nearest full boost. On top of that, your fast aerials I would work on. Overall, your positioning is not bad. It's just a little bit slow because of your boost management and recovery issues. So those are, if you work on that, your positioning will be better. Your aerials will be better. You'll have more boost more of the time to go for more aerials. You use less boost in fast aerials, so that'll help you as well. And all in all, I feel like you've got a good amount to work on after this, and I hope to see another video from you sometime in the near future and help you out even further. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.